sincerity, you know, and it goes a long way when you can see that a person wants to help you, then it kind of opens you up to accept help, and that's where most of us have problems with the burdens of our everyday lives, you know, that we just don't see the opportunity or see it as something we're real squeamish, you know, but there's no greater time than now for the individual to try to make something for himself in this society we live in. You know, America, the American dream, I feel that it's not less of an opportunity, it's more of an opportunity now than it ever has been. Yeah, before, the American dream was just for, you know, a select group of preferred immigrants, you know. Now it seems like it's there for everybody. And it's awesome. It's an awesome time to live in, you know. And there's no greater pleasure in looking at your bank account and seeing money come in that you went out and reached for, that somebody didn't stand over you and tell you, hey, go do this, go do that. This is something you did for yourself, and that's awesome. You know, I don't see Sal that often, but he's sitting right across from me. I ain't gonna mess with him though. But he's a good guy. He's a real good guy. I thought he was coming here to take his shahada, but that's inside. But it's good to see him. He's a real Imam Muhammad. Just on a lighter note, Imam Muhammad said that, I don't know if he got this from somebody else, but he said when I, you know, he's a man. People don't realize it. My dad controlled a lot of money. He was, I guess if you call him a millionaire, he was a millionaire. He handled a lot of money. He didn't never keep any of it in his bank account for himself. He gave it, put it out in the community. He used to work for the community. But he said when it come, he had to sign a lot of checks. He was a check signer. I wouldn't say he was a millionaire. He was the one that made sure this community ran. And he said he wouldn't hire a black or a white. He said he'd hire a Hispanic. And he said if you wouldn't have your smart money. And it made me think about it. When I met Sal, I said, I'd never hire another carpenter as long as Sal got his hands. Because he has respect for his work and has a special ethic that in our culture. And I think God bless us with almost like a sobering type of presence that a lot of the, I don't know, the culture that we lost over maybe 30, 40 years, that you see a lot of us losing in this fast-paced, the Spanish people still have a sense of, in the public. Not saying that some of us at home, they still in the city. We have to leave the city to go and get our families back, you know. But you see them with their families, and it's a good example that they're setting. I commend them for being family and community orientated, because as Muslims, it's our obligations to be community. And that's one of the things my father left with us before he passed. He said one of the most important things for us as leaders, as community leaders, is community life. That's where our focus should be, on improving the conditions of our community and helping to build the ideal situation for our families. Okay, I didn't see Imam, that's why I took the mic. But thank you. Oh, Dave.
And to a real life note, I pride myself on being very good in construction and remodeling, and Sal, watch out if I come back.
Yeah, because this would, you know, like minds, you know, we need to get together, and that's how we have strength. Alone, you're weak. You can take this finger and bend it all the way back and break it, but this, you know, you're gonna have to feel the whole force.
That's right.
I can fight you back, you know. So we need to connect together, make connections, work together, because that's what life is all about, is making connections. This is, I think this is a good beginning for us as our community. For our community, we should make these connections and see what we can do to empower ourselves, you know. Our theme for our convention is all about empowerment. It says, claim your inheritance. That God created every man, woman, and child on earth to inherit something of this material reality that we live in, you know. That God didn't birth any of us outside of a physical body. I haven't met one yet, you know. People believe in ghosts and spirits, but I haven't had I never needed some help working on my house or my car or something, and it was a ghost that helped me. It was a human being in a physical body So common sense, our very own creation, tells us that God intends us to have a portion of this material world that we live in and that we claim and to be responsible for. So thank you. Somebody.
But it was more fitting. Deen Mohammed brought you guys up, and he came back up. We're going to be we're almost done with the program. But before I left out, there was something that it struck my mind. Is that I was a witness when the representative from the President of the White House met with Deen Mohammed II. And he stated that President Barack Obama and Imam Deen Mohammed were very good friends. And he stated that Deen Mohammed, Deen Mohammed II his was this. He stated that he saw that our community, following the point of view of Imam Deen Mohammed, represents a model community against Islamic extremism. The exact word was the silver bullet against Islamic extremism. And those of you who used to look at the Wolfman on TV, the Wolfman, he like a human being in broad daylight, but at night he's a wolf, a raving, crazy monster. And it was a silver bullet that brought him back to his human form. And so the president mentioned that. And then if you look at this particular advertisement, you see that Imam Muhammad is meeting with the Pope of Rome. Imam Muhammad spoke before over 100,000 religious people in Rome, and the Pope stood up and shook hands with Imam Deen Mohammed. Deen Mohammed II, he met with Cardinal George about a year and a half ago before he passed away, and he talked to him for about an hour and a half. And then, so we have a very good relationship with the Catholic Church, as well as other religious organizations. Yes, sir.
When you get a chance, we have an announcement to make.
Oh, please do that because we've got time. So, okay. And then I was going to bring up the chairs of the committees just briefly. But you're first. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Good.
So we're waiting for Sister Esther.
We have an announcement. We have a winner of our potluck thing. This is fun. I can't work all the time, so I got to have a little fun. This is fun. One of my passions, if I could be doing anything, it's probably the only thing that I can be actively doing, and my little baby girl you just saw come up here, Dawa and Barack won't cause my blood pressure to raise. If I'm at the stove cooking and preparing food, I'm cool. I'm in a zone. And I just want to share this with people. And I've been taking pictures and photographs of things I've cooked. And I like to explore the world, really. And Sister Esther, she sent in some chicken, and we didn't tell her this was our Sister Esther. We didn't put it out there. She just put the recipe out there, and lo and behold, people loved her. There was
Chicken and olives.
Chicken and olives. I love olives too. Me and my baby girl, we open cans of olives and eat olives all the time. So we got a little gift, a token of our appreciation. Oh, really? This is your winning. You won.
Oh, thank you.
So you're gonna have to bring that dish one day over here for us to eat.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right. If you have any announcements to make, we can close out.
Are you going to say anything about the community garden?
Oh, well, we just planted the community garden, and we did ask, and we have a card we're passing around that if you all want to submit recipes, you can submit them today. And my wife and I will go back and put them on the site, and they'll be in the runnings for this, for a small gift. And next month maybe we'll try to get a little creative and see what we can come up with. We have, because of in my travels that you all allow us to have these programs here, and the audience, I hope the audience hears us, that these programs, we need you to donate. If you like what the Mosque Cares is doing here, and us keeping the programs going, especially our annual programs like the Ramadan session, we always solicit and ask for them. But also these first Sundays, the programs support themselves. The Ramadan session and the convention, they support themselves. Those are expensive. We rent those facilities, and there's a great deal of expense. Our two chairs are here. The Ramadan session chair, Imam Hamim Rasul is here. He'll let you know, and Imam Brother Anthony Witherspoon is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. This is a new day where the convention is generating a lot of energy, a lot of interest, and especially with these hot times that we're living in, these political things that are going on, is motivating the spirit of the young people. And as being a Mosque Cares director, I'd like to invite some of those young people with the energy that want to get with people that have experience and have some knowledge and firsthand on how to deal with these social issues that we have, and we have connections with leadership in government and politics, and that we can help them focus some of those energies in more productive and more positive areas. And the answer to any problem or hurt that people suffer is what's the first thing you do when a baby falls down? They call out for help, right? You know, they need somebody there. If there's nobody there to help them, when they holler, then they just holler. And that's how communities are. And the Mosque Cares is here. We're a dawah effort and kind of a social reform type of community that has been greatly successful. We're world famous for our success in helping disenfranchised people and poor and neglected people, and bringing dignity back into their lives. We haven't stopped. Most people know about and look to the followers of the Nation of Islam, or the followers of the Minister Farrakhan, and look at the community where he came out of. But there's more Muslims here in the African American community in all walks of life. We have congressmen from our community, and we were represented recently. There's so many Muslims directly from what a lot of people don't know, that the highest ranking officer, and we're going to celebrate his retirement in the Army, is from our community. Yeah, he don't want to talk now. This is his subject. He knows. We have, when you're looking for people that have been struggling for civil rights and really have firsthand information and know how to deal with situations and how to help guide and direct people that feel that they're been misused, that, a lot of times you can get caught up and you don't find justice through the courts and through the system, that sometimes you have to look to your community to give you the support that you need. And education is one of the main things, and it's difficult in these days and times for us to educate our young people because the family is too busy trying to support itself. Either the mom is out working, or the dad is out, or both are out working, and the child is at home. There's a program that I heard recently, I forget who it was, they were trying to pass, I think it's Andre Carson, is trying to pass a program where children, and I'm in this perfect situation, I have 19-year-old children in college, and I also have 5-year-old and 4-year-old, one's in school and the other one's not. But when they come home in the evening, who watches those children between those hours of, I think, what is it? 3 to 7. So they're trying to pass a program, trying to pass this program where these children can be paid. And now, how many times have our teenage children come home asking for a couple of dollars of money because I'm hungry, and you tired, you just came home from work, you don't feel like cooking, and you know it's food in the fridge, but you know they're gonna play crazy like, They don't know how to fix a meal.